Okay, here's the story of Hamlet.
But before we talk about that, we need to get the history behind Hamlet Sr.
So Hamlet Sr., the king of Denmark, was killed by his brother Claudius, who then married his wife.
However, everyone thinks he died of natural causes.
But then, some guards see the ghost of the king late at night.
The guards book it out of there and go tell Hamlet.
And then, the next night, Hamlet talks to his ghost dad.
Sick! Hamlet Sr. tells his son that Claudius killed him and asks him to get revenge.
Then, to throw everyone off, Hamlet acts like he's a crazy man.
After that, Hamlet puts on a play to frame Claudius. The plot thickens.
Mid-play, Claudius gets up and pieces out of there, making Hamlet realize Claudius is the real killer.
Meanwhile, back at the castle,
Hamlet goes to talk to his mom about her getting hitched with Polonius.
Polonius is hiding behind a curtain the whole time, and Hamlet stabs him.
But wait a second, didn't he think it was actually Claudius?
because he's a cold-blooded killer.
He gets sent to bloody England.
Then Polonius' kid, Ophelia, hears her pops kick the can, and she goes bonkers and drowns.
And Hamlet comes back from England.
Claudius sees his chance to get Hamlet whacked.
He tells Laertes, Ophelia's brother, that Hamlet is responsible for Ophelia's death as well as Polonius's.
Then Claudius sets up a lightsaber duel.
You mean a fencing match?
Oh yeah.
Little does Hamlet know, Claudius poisoned Laertes' sword.
Being the fan of poison that he is, Claudius also poisons a goblet of wine and offers it to Hamlet when he scores the first point.
Hamlet says no, Mom says yes. She drinks it and dies.
Laertes cuts Hamlet, but he doesn't die quite yet. He also gets cut by his own sword.
Before he dies, Laertes tells Hamlet that Claudius is the mastermind behind these diabolical plans.
Hamlet, being the forgiving, kind man he is, stabs Claudius and makes him drink the poison.
They both die.
The end.
For our stage, we decided to go for a proscenium modified thrust sort of combination. Basically, it gives the actors more playing space to work with, as well as it gives a very flat Broadway-esque sort of feel. Also, we decided to, for the castle, we Google searched Hamlet's castle, which actually is a real place apparently, and we came up with this image as you see right here. Basically, it's got a nice Victorian sort of feel to it. It's very 1600s. As you can see, it's a one-floor castle, which really helps out with the Great Hall, the one-room and background sort of deal. And also, this front facade basically is made of a material we call scrim, which it changes opacity due to lighting. So if you light the front, you see this as you can see it now, where it's the stone wall with the windows and the roof and everything. It looks great and fancy. And however, if you light it from behind, all of a sudden you can see inside the room. So it's almost like a completely different set without really a big set move. It's just lighting. Also in the Great Hall, we decided to have a big dining table, as well as you can rearrange the furniture because it alternates from interior scene to exterior scene. So during the exterior scenes, you can have stagehands and the actors and whatnot helping move the set. So once you go back to the interior scene, it's almost like it's a completely different room. What else is there? Oh, seating. I'm going to talk about the seating now. So for the seating, what we decided to go for is kind of have like a Broadway-esque sort of feel, where we're going to have about 10 rows on the orchestra level, maybe have a little room for an orchestra or pit orchestra, something like that. And then we're going to have a balcony starting about the second row back, and basically that'll be about 7-8 rows as well. So basically everyone in the audience is really up close towards the action. Some people get a lateral view, whereas others can get more of a bird's eye aerial view, which is really a nice feature.
Okay, this room is behind the scrim, and on the left-hand side, there's a door that you can enter and exit, and this goes into the tower, which is the holding area for the furniture, so actors can get easily in and out. There is also a chair and a bookshelf in the room, and in the back there is a picture frame, so to just give it like a homey feel. And on the right-hand side, there's a window which allows extra light to get in to help out with the scrim. The floors will be wooden, and the back wall will be stone.
As you can see, there's a tower on the side of the castle that's not part of the scrim. It's made out of plaster, and it's hollow on the inside. This is the way that the actors will get back and forth behind the scrim and the front of the stage. It's also an extra room for storing furniture to allow for easy set changes behind the scrim.
The stage is designed to look like the outside grounds of the castle. There will be a pond, which will also hold a fog machine and a trap door so that Ophelia and the ghost can come out of it. There will be 2 pushers on the side, which will have the whole man versus nature theme, and they'll also just go along with the garden theme. There will be vines along the edges of the stage, which will slowly be mechanically fed to make it look like the castle is being overrun. There will also be curtains on the side which will remain open the entire time of the play.
The end.